Hey my sweet friends, welcome back to Cardz TV with Mary. I'm so glad you're here today because we're going to make another Mother's Day card, and this one is a fun fold. Now this is called a pop-out card. When you have it in the envelope, it will be flat, and when your mom takes it out of the envelope, it pops up just like that. And it makes a great presentation, and it's perfect to display because we all know our moms want to display the cards we give them. And this one stands up really nicely. It's got this decorative oval on the front, and then you can put your signature and any other sentiment you want to write on the back. This is super simple to make, guys, and I'm going to tell you all about the parts and pieces, but first we're going to do the card base. Now for this we need a piece of cardstock, and you can use white or colored, whichever you prefer, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score this at 2 inches, 3 1/8 inches, and that's that little tick mark right after the 3. Then 5 3/8, and that would be the third mark after the 5. And our last score mark is at 6.5. Now we're going to do some mountain valley folds on this. Our first fold is a valley fold. And we're going to take our bone folder and give it a good press. Then on the next score line, we're going to do a mountain fold. And same thing, we're going to give it a really good press. We want some nice sharp creases here. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Another valley fold. And this is all it takes for the base of this pop-out card. And here's our last fold. There we go. And there we have the base. Now if we look at the card I've already done, you can see I have a black mat and then my floral mat on top. Now the ones on the side are smaller than the one in the center. So I've cut 4 black mats, and that will be 1 for each side, and then 1 for each side on the back. And I cut these at 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. Now for the front, I'm using this beautiful floral. I just love that. I think it's so pretty. And I also cut these, let's see, these two at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. They'll go on top of the black mats on the front. And then for the back, these were also cut at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 to go on the back. Now for the center panel, I've cut a black mat and a floral mat. And the black mat is 2 1/8 by 5 3/8. And my pattern mat goes on top of that. And it is 2 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to grab my glue and start putting all my black mats and my floral mats on, and then we're going to come back and talk about that oval and that beautiful flower. Okay, I've got my base all finished, front and back. Now I'm not going to stamp anything in the back of this one because this one I'm making for my daughter. And I don't know yet what I want to put on the inside, but I do want to put Happy Mother's Day on the front. So I've cut another oval just like the one on this card, and for this I used this scallop stitch die. Now you can find these from lots of companies. I've had this one a long time and I don't know where I got it, but I use it a lot and I really like it. If you don't do dies but you do have a Cricut, you can find a scalloped oval in lots of your cartridges, but I know there's one for sure in Elegant Edges, and you guys know I've used it a lot. So I've got that. I've got it on some foam tape. But before I put it on the front, I want to go ahead and put my flower on, just like this one. Now, this flower stamp and die, I have had in my stash for years. I think I got it at Michael's maybe 10 or 12 years ago. So I don't know if you can even find it. It seems like it was made by Hampton Arts. But any flower and die, or you can find a pretty flower and cut with your Cricut, your Silhouette, your Brother Scan and Cut. If you have another stamp set, you can use that. Just go ahead and cut that out. Now what I did for this one, because it is a solid red rubber stamp, is I took the color inks that I wanted to use, and I took some sponge daubers in those. I had already used them, so they were in the same colors. Now for the stem on my flower, I used Pear Tart, and that is from Memento. For the center, the yellow part, I used Close to My Heart Buttercup. And for the flower petals, I used Close to My Heart Smoothie ink. And of course, I used Memento Tuxedo Black to stamp my sentiment. But I just took my little sponge daubers, and I used the smoothie, and I just carefully went around. And if I got any that, like I got the pink inside where the yellow's supposed to be, I just took a baby wipe and carefully wiped it out. Same thing with the stem and the leaves. It was really easy to do, and I love how it turned out. I think it's just so pretty. So I'm going to get this put on my oval before I put that on my card. And I've got it kind of curved around, and I want to do that the same way because I'm going to add some more of those beautiful sparkling gems from Close to My Heart, the glitter gems. Let's go ahead and put those on too. I've got those right over here. We're going to put a small one right there. I just love these. They come in gold and silver and several other colors. And then we've got a small one here and a bigger one here. Got another small one. Put it right there. And a bigger one right about here. Now I'm going to pull the backing off this foam tape and get this attached to the front of the card, and I will have 2 Mother's Day cards done. See how easy this was, guys, and what a fun fold this is. Quick and easy, but it looks like it would be really hard. And the recipient, which is your mom or your grandmother or your favorite aunt or maybe your daughter, daughter-in-law or sister, whoever you want to give this to. Let's get it straight, Mary. I'm having to look over a camera, and it's not easy. Okay, that looks good. Okay, guys, and see how it pops right back up? That's why it's called a pop-out card. So there we go. 2 super easy Mother's Day cards that you can make in no time. They're really, really quick. And lots of fun as well. Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate your comments when you give me a thumbs up. I appreciate all the new subscribers. And I just want to tell you guys, if you're not getting notifications, I've had several of you tell me you thought I stopped doing videos because you're not getting notifications. When you ring the notification bell, you have to go to the top of it where it says all and tap the all button, and then you'll get all of them. Otherwise, you only will get certain ones, just depending on what YouTube has in the algorithm. So be sure and tap the notification button and tap all, so you'll get all the latest videos. There we go, guys. Thanks again. I love you all. God bless you all, and I will see you again soon with another card. Bye now.